Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
A Girl Scout treasurer was arrested for theft and fraud. On the bright side, she earned her crypto badge. Stanford University scientist Robert Sapolsky has written a book claiming humans have no free will. Here's how we prove him wrong. Don't buy it. Kanye West says he got autism from a car crash. Right, and I got herpes from a toilet seat. Oh, wait, did I just say that out loud?
Prospector ruins everything, even the news. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Fun on the phones. Good morning. I'm Rock 107's Prospector. This time, we're calling an auto parts store for a taillight assembly, part number... It's another Prospector prank call on Rock 107.
This is Gil speaking.
Yeah, hi, Gil. This is Rick. I need to get you guys a part for a taillight assembly. Do you guys...
Sorry. What was that?
Yeah, I need to see if you have a taillight assembly for my 2013 Bahambada. Do you guys carry that?
I'm sorry, sir. You were like cutting out for a second. I didn't catch that.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 2013. I need to get a taillight assembly for my 2013 Bahambada.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't quite get it. Can you just give me the make and the model of the car?
Yeah, it's a 2013. It's an Audi
Oh, okay. Look, here's what we'll do. I'll just read off some models, and you tell me which one you have.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
I have a Audi TT, Audi A4, Audi A6, A7. Any of these models?
Yeah, you got it. Do you guys have the taillight assembly for that?
Yes, but for which model?
The one that you just read.
Okay, I just read like 6 models. Do you know which one they were?
Oh, gosh. Could you go over it again? I'm sorry, man.
I got the TT, the A4, A6, A7.
Oh, okay. How about this? Let's just make it simple. I have the part number. Would that help?
Oh, yeah, that'd be fine.
All right, great. You ready?
Yes.
It's SEM 24
Okay, look,
43.
Here we are again. Look, I'm having a hard time hearing you. I don't know if the phone's cutting out or something, but I'm not getting it.
All right, let me just repeat the number. SEM, You got that, right?
Yeah.
24
Right.
454 dash 8721 blah, 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 blah.
See, it's not. It's happening again.
I'm sorry, what's happening?
I don't know if your phone's cutting out, a bad signal, or what.
So how much did you get? Read me what you got.
You know what, sir? Maybe if you could just bring the part down here and we can...
See, that's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to find out, if you guys have the part or not. I don't want to come down there. That's why I'm trying to read you the number.
I'm trying to help you out. If you I'm having trouble on the phone speaking with you.
Okay, well, I couldn't be saying it more clearly.
I understand.
SEM 21545 blah.
It's not working. It's not happening. I think it's best if you just bring the part down here and we can settle this.
Okay. All right. That's what I'm trying to avoid, okay? Like, what if I get down there and you don't have the part?
See, something's wrong. I don't know if it's the phone line or what. If you're not speaking clearly.
Well, I'm speaking correct. I am. I'm speaking correctly. I know from my end I can hear it fine, so I don't know.
Look, you don't have to yell at me.
I'm not yelling at you, all right?
You don't have to raise your voice, sir. I'm here to help you.
Well, you certainly can hear, but...
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You're mumbling.
What?
I don't know, something. Is this a joke?
You know what? It kind of is. It's a prank call. Can you hear that?
Yes, I can hear that fine. Who is this?
It's Prospector. It's a Prospector prank call. It's not real.
Man, I'm over here thinking somebody trying to get a part, and I'm just totally confused. Like,
is that you know?
Yeah, in the beginning, I thought you were mumbling, and then I don't know if the phone was messed up or what. That was a good one, man. That was good.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A man in South Carolina needed a new kidney, and he was on the transplant list for a year. When he found out his cousin was a match, he didn't even know she'd been tested. She did that on her own.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
This might be the law of unintended consequences rung amok. Good morning, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. Now, the perk of a fast food drive-thru is convenience, right? But it's not convenient to be handed your food loose without a bag, is it? People in Pittsburgh, PA have been complaining about a 10-cent bag fee that started showing up on receipts even when ordering at a McDonald's drive-thru. And apparently it's happening at all fast food places in the city. Pittsburgh has a new ordinance banning plastic bags. A lot of cities have done this. There's no single-use plastic bags at grocery stores, so you either bring your own bags or you pay a fee, usually 10 cents for a paper one. But people in Pittsburgh say they can't understand why it's happening at like McDonald's and fast food places because they've always had paper bags, not plastic, and some think that they're taking advantage of the rule by adding a fee, especially since you really need the food bagged for most drive-through orders. Now, McDonald's is saying they had no choice. The new Pittsburgh ordinance is requiring them to charge customers 10 cents for each paper bag, and they don't have that fee outside the city. It seems like the problem could be the ordinance and how it's written in Pittsburgh. There are supposedly exceptions for any order that includes open food like fries or a muffin or anything that's not completely wrapped, so that could mean the cashier has to determine whether or not the customer gets a bag fee. Plus, there should be a reasonable way to avoid the fee. I mean, the whole point is to try and get people to use fewer bags. In grocery stores, you can usually bring your own reusable bags, but it's unlikely a restaurant's going to take people's potentially filthy refusable bag inside to pack their order. Or, if a customer doesn't want a bag, drive-through lines are going to take longer because cashiers have to individually give out each item while waiting for drivers to find a place to set that down in their car. It sounds like a mess, literally. I get the spirit of this, but maybe prepared foods can just be exempt. Otherwise, we're going to get to the point where delivery drivers are leaving tacos loose on your porch. Did you smash that snooze button this morning? You don't have to feel guilty anymore. Good morning, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. A new study found hitting snooze might not actually be a bad thing. Researchers at Stockholm University in Sweden couldn't find a lot of actual proof that hitting snooze is bad for us. So they did their own study. They brought in more than 30 regular snoozers to a sleep lab for 2 nights. One morning they got to hit the snooze 3 times for a total of 30 minutes. On the other, they didn't get to hit the snooze, but still got to get an extra half hour of sleep. So which one's better? They found out it didn't make a big difference. Even when people hit the snooze 3 times, they still got an extra 24 minutes of sleep, and it was still good sleep. Waking up a few minutes here and there didn't matter. It didn't seem to affect their mood or how tired they felt, and it didn't affect the cortisol levels either. That's the hormone that helps us wake up. They also had each person take a quick test right after they woke up, and some of them actually did better on it after hitting snooze. So does this mean we should all do it? Well, probably not. Everyone in the study was already a regular snoozer. They think some of us are more predisposed to it, especially young adults and night owls. They also polled 1,700 people about why they hit snooze. The number one reason is you're too tired to get up. 25% said that's the main reason. Number two reason, 17% said it just felt good to hit snooze. Some say it felt better when you wake up gradually, and some you worry you won't wake up to your alarm, so you set it earlier than necessary. Look, I hit snooze about an average of 3 times each morning. It's like my alarm clock is just asking for a rematch every day. But seriously, I've always felt guilty about hitting the snooze. It's like society's way of saying, come on, get up and face the day. But now I get science backing me up. So the next time somebody gives you a hard time about hitting the snooze, hit them with some facts. Say, hey, it's not a flaw, it's a feature. And if they still don't buy it, hit snooze on that conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather round the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Jam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
A seemingly innocent day of yard work took a dark twist here. Jack Mason, a 20-year-old from Jenner Township, Pennsylvania, about 60 miles southwest of Altoona, and his dad got into a heated argument over a weed eater. The disagreement escalated, and as Jack walked back to his house, his dad followed him into the house. And that's when the situation turned into a standoff with both parties brandishing handguns. And things got worse from there when they were grappling for each other's weapons. In the chaos and convinced that his father was making a move for his gun, Jack fired a single shot from his .357 Magnum revolver, hitting his father in the stomach. The victim was rushed to the hospital by air. His condition remains unclear. Meanwhile, Jack finds himself facing serious charges, including aggravated assault. He's currently behind bars with bail set at $50,000.
Nominee number 2.
I guess none of her friends could give her a ride. In an audacious move, 20-year-old Keisha Shelton swiped a Kia from a dealership, believing it was the key to her dream job as an exotic dancer in Indianapolis. Shelton allegedly snatched the 2013 Kia Optima while an employee at a dealership was momentarily distracted by incessant phone calls that mysteriously went silent upon answering. Thanks to a high-tech tracking device, police located the stolen vehicle on its way to Indianapolis and later back in Muncie. Detectives pieced the puzzle together when they discovered that Shelton had filled out a form on the dealer's website just before the heist. After the interview at the booby bar, Shelton returned the vehicle by leaving it in a mall parking lot next to the dealership with the keys inside. When officers confronted her, she tried to throw them off her trail with a false identity, but the jig was up. She eventually confessed, defending her actions with the belief that she'd returned the car and couldn't grasp the severity of her deed. She seemed genuinely surprised when the handcuffs came out, according to police. She was struggling to comprehend why she was facing arrest since she no longer possessed the car. Shelton now faces serious charges of auto theft and identity deception, and she faces up to 2.5 years behind bars if convicted.
And the winner is
the guy who shot his dad in the stomach during an argument over a weed eater. You are the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. At rock107.com or the Rock 107 app, a free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.